Alright, hey YouTube. So, looking online in YouTube land, I didn't find any videos for this car, for this problem. So I thought I'd make one. So here you can see that the door is unlocked. It's in the red position. And yet, the door won't open from the outside handle. But if I pull on the inside handle, the door opens just fine. So I have a hunch of how to fix this. I'm gonna tear into it. Yeah, we'll go through it together. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do in here is take this off. You'll have to remove this. There's a little tab on the underside right here. You may need to use a screwdriver. Mine I know has been off before, so I'm fairly certain I don't need one. Yep, and there's just clips. I clip that on. And that little tab just looks like that, so you can stick a screwdriver in if you need it. Alright, next we gotta pop this tab out. I'm gonna use a utility knife. Small screwdriver would probably work, or if you have a trim tool that's small enough, there's just that little tab. There we go. Just pops out. Now this is the one that everybody hates. I have a technique, I think. And this may just be for mine because it's been out. But I'm going to pull open the handle and just push. This is going to be hard to do with one hand. And just kind of push in this corner. And you can see as I'm pushing down here, it's lifting up on this side a little bit. And once it's lifted up on that side, I can kind of fit my trim tool in here. Well, what I'm going to try and do is do it at the same time, right? So I'm going to try and push down in this corner, get it to pop out up there. You see how I've got a nice big gap? Now I'm pushing down. If I do that, then I can slip a bigger trim tool in there and pop it out. So for me, that worked. I just pushed on this side really hard to get a nice big gap on this side. Now I slip. You could a regular size flathead would have fit in fine, but I just put this trim tool in once I had a nice big gap here and popped right out. Next, we're going to take out this screw. We're going to take out this screw in the door pocket. And we're going to take out boom, boom, boom. So they're 3 10mm. Once that is done, I'll check back. Okay, I've got that one removed. Got that one removed. And I've got this one removed. This one removed and this one removed. These were 3 10mm. Phillips head. From here, I think it's just probably just body clips that's still holding the... Oh, there's... Forgot this one right here. Just use a trim removal tool. Oops. That just has these 2 little clips. Came out pretty easy with the trim removal tool. And yeah, from here, yep, just light pressure from my hand. And this whole door panel comes off. So, I've got door mirror controls, 2 clips, and then I've got the door handle control here, which is that clip. I'll see if I can catch me on video taking these off. Alright, so this one has a little tab just right here. You can push in, take that one off. This clip has a tab on this side that you just push in. Oh, and then that comes off. And then this one has a tab right here that you push in, and that comes off. And then, oh, you got the speaker as well. Just a little, you can see this little tab right here. Sorry. There's just a little tab right here that should get that clip out. Yep, that worked. This one just needed 2 hands, but it's just this one little tab that you push in. And I just push it with one finger and wiggle it out with this hand. So from here, door panel's off. The next thing I'm gonna do, well, while I'm in here, I'm probably gonna replace this speaker. Look at that, it wasn't even wired up to anything at all. Well, that explains why I've had such crappy sound. Anyhow, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these 3 out. I'm gonna take this plug out, and there will be a screw behind it as well. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that right now. I'm not too worried about my paint. If you are, don't use a knife to pull this out. Do something else. You can see inside here, there's a 10 or a Phillips, depending on however you want to do that. Inside here, behind the window glass, dang it, it looks like there's a Phillips head screwdriver. You know what? That window glass is in the way. I'm going to have to roll up the window. Alright, so I'm going to stick the key in the ignition, turn it to power on. I plugged the one big white plug back in, and there we go. Now I can access all the door handle stuff. Okay, now we've got a plug right here. Don't know quite what that's for. I don't know quite how to take it out. It looks like you gotta pry it up from the back though. So I'll have to grab a screwdriver, pry up the little tab with the screwdriver and pull it out. Alright, I'm gonna worry about that plug later. I couldn't figure out how to get it out. So next, I'm gonna take out these 3 Torx screws. Alright, so from here, I was able to just pry the little orange cover off here. This pulls right out. And so now we can see inside here. Okay, next there's 2 10mm that I already took off right here and here that hold in a little piece of window track that you have to take off, apparently. Now I'm getting close. There's still something holding this in. I'm not sure what it is. I've almost got it out. Alright, so apparently you pull this back and then you can pull this out. Now I've got the handle off. Now I should be able to push this through, because this is why it won't come out. I've just got some needle nose. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that together. And still won't come out. Oh yeah, it does. Just gotta be firm with it. And booyah. So I don't know which piece of this was faulty, but something had to be. So in any case, I bought a new one. It's about 80 bucks, so it's not cheap. And for the most part, it matches up exactly. There's a couple of extra plugins that this has that the old one didn't, but I'm hoping it still works. Now just all the same things but in reverse. So I'm going to take the new part. See that little square? It's for that little black piece. So first things first, I'm going to line this up and put it in. Okay, I lined up that little square, so I've got it just floating in here for a second. Next thing I'm going to do, put these 3 Torx back in. The 3 Torx heads are back on here. Next, I'm going to tighten this one up right here. Which I'm pretty sure just expands that little body clip looking thing on the other side. Maybe. There we go. So if you have a brand new one, you just have to push this into that little molding before you'll start to feel it grip. Alright. So now that's in there. Grab the door handle. Everything looks okay there. Fit it in and slide it forward. Oops. Sorry. Alright. Now that's done. We're gonna grab our little lock piece. Put it in there. Okay. So this is gonna go in here. To be honest, I don't know right now if I'm in the locked position or not, but I don't think it really matters at this point. And then open the door handle, get this little trim piece in. So for this to go in, I think the handle has to be up. Alright, so here's a pro tip. Put this orange cover on the lock piece before you put it in. So slide this in, open it, put this with the cover on and put it in. I actually broke mine a little bit because I didn't do it that way. But I think it'll stay on just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and screw it in. Got to find the threads here. So you got to find the threads and screw this in. You may or may not run into this issue, but on mine, I just cannot get this little hole to line up perfectly with this little hole once I got it in there, no matter how much I wiggle, finagle, etc. So I'm going to just drill this hole out a little bit bigger. Alright, so I got it to line up after I drilled it out. So next I've plugged in this plug. These two plugs in my car don't plug in anything. This one, I'll show you. I snapped it in already, but I'll unsnap it. So you'll see that this has these two little actuators fit into those two little slots and it just clips. And from here, before I put this on, I'm going to go ahead and replace this speaker. But yeah, once I've got my speaker back in, I'm going to plug these two plugs just back where they go in here, put the door panel back on. One more important note, don't forget to put your window track back on. Alright, I went ahead and put a new speaker in and tested it. It works great. So next, we've got these two clips. They're going to clip in. And honestly, I'm gonna need two hands to do the rest, but this will go on just the same way we take it off. Two clips, line up these little clips with the body holes, clip this in, three 10-inch, 2 Phillips, pop the clips back on. Alright, body panel's back on. For me, it was easiest to just line up this hole, and once that was lined up, just start punching the tabs back in. Once I was done, I popped this cover back in. Again, just slide it, pop it. Under the cover, we had the 3 10mm went right in. On this, same, just line it up, pop it. This screw went back in and the cover easy. This screw went back in, cover easy. So, big moment. Shut the door. Hey, it's fixed. Cool, so there's your fix if this happens to you.